What is up, guys? I am AJ from Those Awkward Gamers, and in this video I will be giving you a guide to King of the Hill. Getting started with the basics, understanding the game mode, earning some cash, and most importantly having some fun. So without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy some footage while I cover it all. King of the Hill is all about three teams fighting for control over a central objective, that is a town. Each team has a base outside of the town and has to make their way to the objective and hold it for as long as they can. The first team to reach 100 points for staying inside of the objective for the longest wins. As a new player, the first thing you should be doing is jumping into the closest transport vehicle and heading to the objective. King of the Hill starts you off with a 5.56 TRG with no attachments. To earn yourself some attachments, a better weapon, or some perks, you have to get money and experience. You earn both of these by staying in the hill and killing enemies. Once you've earned some cash, I highly recommend buying a scope for your TRG. My personal favorite is the RCO scope. You can purchase the scope at the loadout vendor located at your team's base. After getting a scope, it should be easier to get yourself some more kills. You can test out new guns and attachments temporarily. I, however, don't recommend continuously buying them. You're better off saving money instead of bleeding yourself dry. The first two weapons you should be looking into to permanently buy are the Katiba and the MX. Both of these rifles sport a 6.5 round, which punches harder and requires less rounds to kill than the 5.56 you start off with. The main differences between the two is the Katiba has a higher rate of fire and is more stable when firing at higher rates. The MX, however, tends to have a longer range, allowing you to make accurate shots from further away. Depending on your playstyle, you can go through and purchase which one is best for you. If not, try it out by temporarily buying them. If you're like me, you like to save up your money to buy yourself a weapon that you're going to love. My first weapon I permanently bought was the MK14, a rifle that sports a 7.62 round, allowing for deep penetration and kills requiring fewer shots. This rifle will require you to be a higher level and costs more than both of the two that are listed before it. However, if you're a fan of marksman rifles, this gun is going to be a godsend. Throughout the video, I guarantee you there's clips of me using it frequently. One thing to keep in mind is that the MK14 is part of the Marksman DLC, which you will need to have purchased and downloaded to use it. If you want to try out guns without worrying about the price tag, I highly recommend looting some bodies inside of the AO. It will allow you to try out vast amounts of different weapons, and ones that you may have not originally ever thought of trying. Not to mention that most of them already have attachments on them, so why not take advantage of the opportunity? The next portion we'll be talking about is perks. You first start off with one which allows you just to select any of the ones that you see in front of you. Each perk is a little bit different, and allows you to get an edge on the enemies, as well as allowing you to use certain weapons like marksman rifles, machine guns, and launchers. As a new player, the perks that you're going to find the most useful are going to be ammo and medic. There is a discount perk, but again, to prevent yourself from just draining all your money, I'd refrain from using that one. As you progress and level up, you'll be able to purchase additional perk slots, allowing you to have up to 3 at one time. One decision that is often overlooked in the beginning is the appearance of your character. King of the Hill has pre-selected appearances that you can choose from and that you unlock as you level up. Each appearance has a different armor rating. The more armor, the more protection you have against your enemy. So you may want to think twice before picking a character that looks cool but doesn't have very much protection. Before we jump into tips for earning more cash and experience, I want to go over some key bindings that are very helpful in this game mode. By holding down your Windows key, it allows you to see the names of your teammates as well as their levels. This comes in very handy for communication and for narrowing down which helicopter that you should fly into the objective with. Here's a hint, you usually want the higher level. Most servers on Arma have an earplugs button. On most King of the Hill servers it is F1. This allows you to quiet all the noise that's around you That way, when you're sitting in a helicopter, you can have a conversation with your teammates and the pilot, instead of just hearing the entire time. By using the scroll wheel or hitting the tilde key, you know, that squiggly button up in the top left of your keyboard, it allows you to access your player menu. From here, you can group up with other teammates to make little squads, giving you your own communication channel called Group. These next two are in other Arma game modes, but also come in handy. If you hit M, it allows you to pull up your map. On the map, if you hold down Shift and click on a location, it allows you to put a marker that you can see while you're walking around and tell you the distance that you are. If you're trying to shoot at a target that's far away, this is basically your ghetto rangefinder. By holding down Control M, it'll bring up a mini map that allows you to see buildings, terrain around you, as well as some points of interest. Now it's time to go over all the different ways that you can earn yourself some more experience and money. The easiest and most straightforward way to go through and earn yourself money is staying in the objective. You'd be surprised how many people fail to understand this basic concept of King of the Hill. Just by staying inside, you'll rack up a ton of money and help your team to victory, which also gets you a bonus. Simply by joining a group with your teammates, you'll earn yourself some more cash. All you'll have to do is be in the same area as your teammates when they get a kill, or group together. Just by roaming around the AO together will earn you cash, even if you don't get a kill. One of the easiest ways to accumulate a whole ton of money is just by staying to the end of the game. Whether your team is victorious or not, there's a good chance you're going to get a bonus. If your team wins, your bonus is going to be calculated by the money that you've earned through the match and the amount of time you spent in the objective. If you're on a losing team, however, you can still get a bonus. As long as you've stayed in the objective for a good period of time, you'll earn a bonus based on how many points your team had by the end of the match. Another method that can earn yourself a good amount of cash is by joining a server that has attack vehicles enabled, such as tanks, jets, and helicopters. By killing a tank or a jet, you're going to earn yourself $600 and 1,000 XP, in addition to the kill. Destroying transport vehicles can earn you a good amount of cash too. You'll earn money for destroying the vehicle and killing however many enemies there are on the inside. Keep in mind, you have to have the launcher perk on your character and purchase yourself a launcher, which can cost a good amount of money. If you fancy yourself a decent pilot, you'll be able to earn some money simply by transporting your teammates to the objective. Paradropping your teammates will earn you $20 per person that gets out of your vehicle. Landing will earn you $100 per person. I, however, don't recommend landing unless you know what you're doing. It's easy to get yourself killed in the objective by landing and your teammates, which won't make them too happy. After dropping off your teammates, you'll earn some money as an assist for every kill that they make. Now that we've gone through and talked about the different ways you can earn cash, let's talk about the things you don't want to do that can cause you to lose your money quickly. Sniping, as fun as it may be, will not help your teammates go through and win a match. It'll also not give you money for being in the objective, since most of the time you're out of it. If you're sniping for fun, that's great, but don't expect to get a whole ton of cash from it. Stop temporarily buying attachments and weapons. It is so easy to drain yourself. Try out the ones you like, figure out what you want, and then save up with what you have. Otherwise, you're just going to keep draining your piggy bank. If you want to try a vehicle, do it in the virtual reality training in the main menu. Vehicles drain the most money out of anything, besides buying the wrong weapon. All it takes is one launcher, one wrong turn, or one asshole teammate to lose a whole bunch of money in your investment. Once you've earned yourself a whole ton of money, you can buy as many as you want. But I'd wait and hold off until you've gotten the weapons and the equipment that you desire. Now the most important part of all of this video is just have some fun. King of the Hill is easily the most fast-paced Arma game mode. It's easy to team up with friends, work together, and get yourself some good experience on how the game works. Don't stress out too much about XP and cash. You'll earn it, but have fun doing it. Otherwise, what's the point? Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I really appreciate it, and I hope it's gotten you a better understanding of King of the Hill. If you have something to say, comment down below. I love talking to you guys and make a point to, whether it's about the video, a game mode, or you just want to say hello. If you want other content like this, hit the subscribe button. I'll be releasing more Arma 3 game modes, VR content, reviews, and just some fun gameplay. But until next time, guys, I'm AJ from Those Awkward Gamers, and I'm going to go be the King of the Hill.